Hello, this is Gary Engelman. I'm a registered nurse of 20 years with chronic neurological tertiary Lyme disease and co-infections. I'm making a series of videos to document my experience using the BCX Ultra Rife Machine to ward off and fight off and hopefully kill off my Lyme disease. Please stay tuned for future videos and follow this one. I'm going to give a brief introduction of Rife therapy for you now. Here we see the Tacoma Bridge collapse of 1940. Again, sympathetic resonance, or Rife. What happened was strong winds came and vibrated all the cables of the bridge supporting the bridge, causing the bridge to sway and eventually collapse. Here we see an animation of ultrasound being used to break up kidney stones, also known as lithotripsy in Western medicine, yet sympathetic resonance. Those who remember the famous model Farrah Fawcett will remember how she had radiofrequency ablation to burn off the tumors in her liver. Radiofrequency ablation uses microwaves to do so. Again, this is another form of sympathetic resonance. Here we see bacteria being exposed to Rife frequency under a microscope. What you're seeing is the cell wall being vibrated to death. As a result, the bacterial contents inside the cell wall are removed from the cell. The bacteria is killed off. Sympathetic resonance once again in action.
Hi everybody, this is Gary Engelman. I'm doing a review on the BCX Ultra Rife machine. I'm working with a woman by the name of Judy Erwin. I'll put a link to her website. I also put it in the video. This is her machine, the BCX Ultra. The reason I'm using this machine, I decided to go with this machine, was because I'm going to get one-to-one coaching with Judy. Judy is very knowledgeable in the area of Rife machines and sympathetic resonance, and she was very, very sick herself. She had Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and death was knocking on her door, so she says, and this machine got her well. And she's out there trying to help a lot of people. There's so many different Rife machines you can buy, but I decided to go with this one for a few reasons, and I'm going to explain to you why. And I just kind of wanted to do this review, but I'm also going to be making videos on my progress or lack thereof. I'm going to be making videos about this machine and what it's doing for me. So far so good. I've done 2 treatments, and I basically I'm not trying to kill anything just yet. I'm trying to run some detox frequencies and get some of the toxins out of me, because I'm very, very toxic. And lots of people have been telling me for a long time that that's why I feel so ill. And when I treat with no matter what it is, I start hurting like almost immediately after. Doesn't matter if it was a dose of IV antibiotics. It doesn't matter if it was a dose of herbs. But I will get so toxic so quick, and I'm doing everything in the world to get rid of toxins, everything you can do just about, but I'm just a bad detoxer. I got the bad detox HLA-DR gene, and I have one of the MTHFR genetic mutations for detoxification, so things come extra hard for me. But I just wanted to tell a little bit about this machine and why I'm using it versus the EM that I was using. But they're both plasma machines. However, this machine is a plasma, and it also has either hand contacts that are made of copper, and it has steel foot plates that you can use too. And I've been using the foot plates with the plasma wands. I'll show you the plasma wands here. And just have to be careful with these things because they are glass, but they're the same bulbs that you find in plasma bulbs. They're gas-filled bulbs, and what's great about this machine is that you can program it manually. You see that, it's what's saying on the screen, or you can go with the pre-program. And like, for example, this is pre-program 1 ALS. The manual that comes with this is wonderful. It has so many different, I'm just going to pull up that page so you can see. Here's our frequency. ALS is program number 1. Now inside that channel we've got, let me see if I bring that closer for you so you can see. It's not focusing very well, but inside that channel we have 864, 790, 690, 610, 484, 986, 644, and 254. So what this does is when I'm running, if I were to run, say, channel 1 here, and if the book is just, full and full, I mean, I'll go all the way, up to here's channel number 793. It keeps going. I mean, here's 1093. This looks like there's about 1200 channels, actually 1236 pre-programmed channels here. These are consistent with many of the frequencies you'll find on the CAFL list. So when I run the program, what's happening is I'm getting all those frequencies, but they're not running in a sweep frequency. Like a sweep is if you were to run, like, say, 700 hertz to 800 hertz, and it would go 700, 701, 702, and all the way up to 800. And so this machine has the ability to run sweep, but I'm not running sweep right now because I'm just trying to detox. I'm using specific frequencies. So when I run this program, say I was going to run PP1, or I could go all the way up. These are all these, and it tells you which one is in here when you get on the right channel. So just to make sure it coincides with what you are trying to treat. But let's see if I can here's anemia, program channel 39. If I hit this, and by the way, these are the plasma tubes. These are argon, I believe it's argon gas in here. I'll have to correct that if I'm wrong. But when you start this, okay, first I have to go through and I say I have to agree with everything that is programmed in that pre-program, and so I'll hit the start, and you'll see that the glass tubes will start lighting. You'll see the gas start flowing through the tubes. What's great about this is that these are contact bulbs, which means that you place them directly on the body rather than just sitting in front of it. So I can have one like below my navel, one above my navel. I can have one off to the right, one off to the left of my abdomen. I can put one on the right side of my neck or left side of my neck, or up on my head. Both sides. You get the idea. So this is the gas flowing through there. You can see it's lighting up. Depending on what frequency it is, you're going to get different colors and different strengths of color in there. So those are the hand contacts. The foot plates that come with this are really, really cool too. I think I just have to lift under here to get to them, or see if I can remember. Oh, here they are. These are steel foot plates. I was kind of like, what the heck do you do with these? But it's really neat. It's just a big piece of steel with a wire in it, and then the other end of the wire will plug into the machine. It would go into here. I don't want to put it in right now because it will. When you put your feet on this and you moisten these things, you feel the electricity going up through your legs. It doesn't mean it's killing anything, but you definitely feel it. So anyway, each program is going to run. It depends, like if there's 10 frequencies, each frequency is going to run for 3 minutes at a time. So that would take 30 minutes to get through that one channel. Depending on the amount of frequencies. Now, I used this yesterday for the first time because it came, and I just been running a bunch of detox stuff, and I was actually able to go out to Walmart and walk around the mall, and my legs were very, very strong. I didn't feel better in the evening, but that was very unusual for me because my legs usually are like jello if I stand up for any length of time. So that was nice to see that, and it did feel like I was getting some detoxification from there. My mood actually went up, and that's one thing is with my Lyme, it's all in my limbic system, and it's affecting me in so many different ways. But emotionally, I'm always crying for no reason, and it gets my anxiety going for no reason. And actually, after I ran yesterday's program, I did have some pretty intense anxiety for about an hour. Then it settled down, and then once I was out, I was like, I hadn't been that way in a good while. So I'm just loaded with toxins, and I think I said this, but I've tried so many different ways to detox, and I continue to do that besides the machine. But I think this will help get some lymphatic stuff moving along, which is pretty much what I ran yesterday. I did run a channel that was for emotional problems due to toxins, which was just 4 frequencies, and I don't know, that may have been the one. I ran the same exact channels again today that I ran yesterday. I don't feel as good as I did yesterday, and there you can see the program ended. There was only just a few frequencies in there, and it's going to automatically shut off, which is kind of neat. A lot of cool features on this thing. It looks very, very simple, but everything is controlled by all those buttons on the machine. So this is the BCX Ultra. What I'm going to be doing is making videos. I don't know if I'm going to make them weekly or monthly, but I'm going to do it when something changes, whether it's for the better or for the worse. And I'm going to update you. So, if it's for the worse, I would imagine I'm going to be herxing. I'm looking for a way out of this. I've tried antibiotics. I had a PICC line for 1.5 years. Did absolutely nothing but made me go downhill. I've tried the herbs. The herbs seemed to help a little bit, but then I got so toxic again that, it's like I'm at a point right now, like no matter what I do, I just get super duper toxic. I feel like I'm better off not even treating so that I can at least deal with some of these symptoms. But my herxes are just ridiculous. And I do get the flu-like symptoms like a lot of you guys get, but I also get excessive tachycardia, shortness of breath. My head starts feeling like there's a lead weight inside, and brain damage and all sorts of fatigue. My eyeballs are killing me. My ears are ringing. My neck is stiff. I start tremoring all over the place. I mean, it's really, this thing is ridiculous and has gotten out of control. So I'm using this machine, and Judy's excellent. She had, if I didn't already say, she had Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and she tried a bunch of things. She was on death. She said death was knocking on her door, and when she used this machine, this is what got her well. And so she became very knowledgeable with this particular machine, and she's going to be mentoring me one-to-one, which is what I need, because I didn't know what I was doing. I had use of an EM machine, and I was just plugging in one frequency in here and there, the most common ones for the major infections, and I know I'm PCR positive for babesia, and but I wasn't able to run all the frequencies, and then I started looking at these DNA frequencies, so it gets complicated, and you really, I feel like I need somebody that works with me, because a lot of times you get these Rife machines and they don't even come with instructions at all. This one comes with this whole book of frequencies and tables and pre-programmed channels, and there's also a great operating manual that comes with it as well. And this particular machine is just around $2,800. I think it's pretty affordable considering what it all does. So anyway, and just so you all know, I'm not like any way affiliated with Judy Erwin or her company. This is something where she's just helping me along, and I said I would use her name, of course, because if it works for me, then she would get business that way, and that this is her business. So, but she is genuine in the heart, and she's genuinely trying to help me, and we're gonna work together and hopefully get me well. And I'll be willing to help anybody if this gets me well. If you decide to go with this machine or any other machine, I mean, I need to get my knowledge together with Rife more than what it currently is. So, and it comes in this real nice sturdy case. It makes it real easy to carry around and have to worry about bumping into things, what have you. So, anyway, this is Gary Engelman. I'm going to be signing off, and just keep an eye. If you want to subscribe to my videos, you'll get an email every time I make a new video, and then you'll know to see how I'm doing with this particular machine. Alright, you all take care. God bless. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.